Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monty Puck with Puckin' Around, and today we are reviewing the April 4th game between the LA Kings and the Toronto Maple Leafs. With 16 and a half to go in the first period, Mikey Anderson lays a clean big check on Easton Cowan that Cowan didn't like, so he went back at him afterwards and hit Anderson. As John Tavares comes in and a full-on scrum ensues as Anderson tackles Cowan to the ground. Cowan and Anderson each get 2 for roughing, and we get 4-on-4. A minute after that, Max Domi strips Joel Edmondson of the puck, and with around 15 and a half, enters the King zone, then drops the puck to Matthew Knies, who rips a shot through Brandt Clark's legs and past Darcy Kemper, and it's 1-0 Toronto. With about 6:20 after a slashing penalty and well short-handed, Steven Laurent stripped Anze Kopitar of the puck and got a breakaway, and snapped it glove side on Kemper, 2-0 Leafs. Then with around 3:45, Easton Cowan laid a huge reverse hit on Mikey Anderson, and then both guys jarred and pushed until Cowan went for the change. Then with 3 minutes to go in the first, Max Domi skated over and dropped the gloves with Anderson, who did not drop them back, and he threw a few punches and slammed him down to the ice. Since Anderson didn't fight back, Max Domi got a double minor, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct and 2 minutes for roughing, and LA gets a 4-minute power play. Then heading into the second period with just under 19 to go, still on the power play, Jared Wright passes across crease to Quinton Byfield, who taps it in past Joseph Woll to draw LA within 1, and it is a 2-1 game. Then with about 18 to go, Mikey Anderson high sticks Easton Cowan, and he goes down. Leafs to the power play. With 16 to go as the power play expires, Woll tries to shoot the puck up to his teammates, and he shoots it right to Mikey Anderson, who had just come out of the box, and he passes to Adrian Kempe, who uses Anze Kopitar as a screen and rips it past Woll, and we have a tie game 2-2. Then with 15:20, Morgan Riley scores as the Leafs instantly respond. Riley tried to pass it through the front of the net to William Nylander, but the puck hits Joel Edmondson's stick, then skate, and goes into the back of the net. 3-2 Toronto, but then LA challenges for offside to try and negate the goal. John Tavares was indeed offside upon review, and the goal is overturned back to 2-2. Then with 14 and a half, a Leafs tic-tac-toe ends with Nick Robertson putting it into the net to seemingly make it 3-2. But Toronto had too many men on the ice. They had 6 guys on when they scored, and the call was being called as the goal was scored. The penalty was being called at the same time, so the goal was, of course, called off, and we're still 2-2. With just over 13 to go, after Matthew Knies had intercepted an Adrian Kempe pass and rushed into the King zone, he was hit by Drew Doughty hard into the boards. Then with 10:40 to go in the second, while on the power play, Matthew Knies passes to William Nylander at the side of the goal, and he rips a shot that bleeds through Kemper and wounds up loose in the crease, where John Tavares bangs it home, and it is 3-2 Leafs, and this one would finally count. Then with 5 to go in the period, Brandon Carlo loses his stick and goes to grab it, as Joseph Woll loses his stick after bumping into his own D-man, and Brandt Clark takes advantage of the situation, setting up an Artemi Panarin tap-in at the side of the net, and it's tied once again 3-3. With just over 4.5 to go in the second, the Kings dump the puck in, and while racing towards it, Max Domi leans back and hits Samuel Hellenius in the legs with his knee and takes a tripping call. Then with 12 seconds to go in the period, while on the power play after a Yoel Armia hold on Matias Maccelli, a set play where Morgan Riley shoots it to John Tavares, who tips it to Cowan, who bangs it in, and it's 4-3 Leafs. A scrum ensues afterwards, and Matthew Knies said something to Scott Lawton, a former Leaf, and he takes a cross-checking penalty as he goes after Knies, sending the Leafs back to the power play to end the period and to start the third. With around 14 to go in the third, Artemi Panarin is in full control, and he finds Adrian Kempe, who rips it home for his second of the night to tie the game 4-4. 28 seconds later, Hellenius gets it at the point and wrists it past Woll to give LA their first lead of the game somehow, and it is 5-4 Kings. Then with 12 and a half, the Leafs cough up the puck in their own zone, and Trevor Moore gets it to Alex Laferriere, and he rips it top shelf over Woll's glove, and it's 6-4 LA. Then with 10:20, the Kings turn the puck over in their own zone. Dakota Joshua catches the clearing attempt and passes to Nick Robertson, who one-times it past Kemper. 6-5 game. Then with 6.5, Kemper tries to dump the puck out of his zone, but Matias Maccelli holds the line and finds John Tavares, who passes to Knies, and he rips it far side on Kemper to tie the game with his second of the night, 6-6. We are heading to overtime, which is an NHL record for the Kings, 31 overtimes this season. Nylander fans on a breakaway attempt, and Darcy Kemper dumps it the other way, and then with about 2.5, Quinton Byfield puts it in to end the game 7-6 as he gets his second of the night, and the Kings grab a much-needed 2 points. It was a very crazy game. It was like a chaotic chess match, where it seemed like both parties didn't really know how to play, and then slowly, piece by piece, they figured out what each piece does. And they were just going at each other as well. The Mikey Anderson, Easton Cowan little story arc. It was a very entertaining game, which is nice of them to give us, I guess, when the season is at this point meaningless. At least the games can be entertaining still. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.